We're going to kick things off with popular book talk books. Give them like a yes, no, or maybe a star review if we please. Trash them, praise them.
Yeah.
Love.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about book talk books. Okay, the first one, you can't leave it off the list because it is book talk. The ACOTAR series.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
Love.
the gateway drug.
It's the gateway drug.
Yes.
It's a
Gateway
yes
drug.
for me.
It's a great
It's a
time.
yes.
And if we had to rate the entire series, like I'd give it a 5 stars, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
Has a little bit
Done.
of everything.
I
yeah.
love it.
So good.
There's no reason to not like it.
I agree.
Agreed.
If you don't like it, you have a Samsung Flip.
don't.
Next one, not in the fantasy genre, The Women by Kristen Hanna.
Hey, and I have strong feelings about this one. So I'm going to go yes, 4 stars, because it's a book that I did not enjoy reading, but it's a book that I think about all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's so interesting. Just like, I felt like I was in Nam.
Yeah. Well, it's like educational.
Yeah. Like, I learned so much, and it just adds a whole new layer of perspective to war, like, especially from like a woman's point of view.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just a book I think about all the time.
Yeah, and I agree. I did not have fun reading it either. And I always made the joke that that book is feminism for boomers, but not in like a derogatory way. Like it truly is
Yeah,
their
for sure.
experiences and really important. I think the story is really important.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
I
Joe
would
would
give
say
it the same.
yeah.
I give it 4 stars, and I
Yeah.
agree. It wasn't very fun reading.
I think you just have to know that going into it. Like this is
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
I think it was the pacing was a little slow.
yeah.
Right.
I thought, and also like I'm just not a historical fiction girl, so I think that added something
Yeah.
to it.
I think even
just-
if you're not, it does cover important topics.
Yes,
Yeah.
That you would care about. Like
agreed.
even her mental health and how women are viewed and all
Right.
that. Like
PTSD.
That's what kept me
Yeah.
reading though.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
the historical context of the time. That's what kept me interested. But like even
Absolutely.
like the love plots and stuff like that, they were just kind of like okay.
yeah.
That-
But they
yeah.
were interesting in their own way. That was one thing I really appreciated about that book, because usually you pick up a book, you're like, okay, great, there's going to be a rising action, it's going to be a climax, everything's going to go well in the end. And I can't really say that that's the format that book followed.
It
Like,
did not.
it was refreshingly different.
Mm-hmm.
Which
and-
I think a lot of her books kind of follow that sort of
Gotcha. I've
real
never read another
life
Kristen Hanna,
pacing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why some people like it. But
which refreshing.
yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. So if you're into that, totally read it.
Okay, next one, Funny Story by Emily Henry.
I haven't read that one.
I didn't even read it because I'm an Emily Henry hater.
Oh, I was thinking Happy Place because that was our book club book. No, I just read Funny Story, and I have opinions.
You're
Well,
the only
you're the
one
only
that's
one with
read it, so
opinions.
please, by all means.
Funny Story, I would probably put. No, I really liked it. It'd probably be my second Emily Henry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
love Beach Read. I love the story of Beach Read and like
I
all
like
the
Beach
themes
Read,
that
too.
she touches on.
Yeah.
Funny Story was really good. Like, I loved the exploration of her family dynamics very specifically. It's fake dating, which is like
Yeah.
sometimes, but like it just kind of set up the plot, and I really like that male main character.
Mm.
Like, she writes a very appealing male main character. She's not great at female main characters, I don't think, because they all are kind of the same.
Yeah.
But this one was good. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, Funny Story was good. I do recommend reading that
Okay.
one.
Okay, cool.
It's a yes.
Love.
I have no opinions.
Me either.
Next one, House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Actually, I think this is controversial because some people hated that book so much,
Right.
like it did not live up to their expectations. Me, I loved it.
Absolutely.
I had a great time with it.
Yeah.
It is information overload. It is not like just like some story. It is like meat.
Right.
It's everything I wanted anyway. Like I
Oh,
love the
yeah.
information and connections and context and everything that came with this book. It did go sci-fi at the end, and I wasn't prepared for that, but I didn't hate it.
yeah.
I think people just had too much time between Crescent City 2
Agree.
and this one to like make their theories and sit in it
Mhm.
and develop their expectations, and it just didn't hit that.
I think it was such a fun like divergence from the ACOTAR and Throne of Glass
Totally
worlds.
agree.
like, it was so fun. The characters are so fun. We were joking about this earlier, but like in general, Crescent City is just like Zootopia.
Mhm.
Like, I think that was such a fun read, and finally getting answers felt so satisfying.
And be like even more answers than what you needed.
She gave us enough information to have more questions.
Exactly. Which I
Which
freaking
was so
love.
good. It was so good.
And there were a lot of, even though we had like theories and stuff figured out, there
Yeah.
were still so many aha moments that were like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Right.
And you get to know more characters from the Crescent City
Mhm.
world. Like, I don't know. I loved it.
I think,
I need to read it again.
agree. I think there was a lot of her characters in Crescent City are dynamic, but like there was a lot of depth in the characters
For
for this
sure.
last one. So if you didn't like it, girl, please go read it again.
Or like, help me understand why. I truly can't imagine not.
Right.
I had such a good time with it.
Also, I think it's worth saying that I'm a Crescent City apologist. Like, that's my
That's
SJM
fair.
series of choice, I think. Yeah,
I thought
I
it
think
was
I'm gonna say that.
legitimately a good book, though.
agree.
I think my only thing with it was like Bryce's character
Yeah,
being written differently than the Bryce that we knew.
agree.
I don't know that. I'm sure it was intentional, or maybe not.
I can't tell if she evolved or not.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
thing that bugged me. Like,
Agree.
are you going backwards or what are we doing here? But I still liked it.
Oh, 100%. I like.
And I love my man Rune Dannon. I
You know
love
what
him
was-
even more after this one.
No, true, because he kind of took center stage in that last book.
Oh, the bonus chapter. Have you read all the bonus chapters?
Of course I have.
His bonus
Hey,
chapter with someone else. I'm not going to
sobbed.
spoil it.
Sobbed.
I was weeping.
I thought of you the entire
Me
time.
too! That's
Yeah.
why I was crying.
Mhm.
We can't say
Sobbed.
more. We can't say more. Atticus is around the corner. He's not read that one yet. You haven't
Right.
read
I
Crescent
haven't
City
read
yet?
it yet.
Oh my gosh. And I don't want to give spoilers for it
Yeah,
for people that haven't read
no.
it yet. But
Crescent City is also one where, like, Agatar, yeah, the inner circle is like a standout. I think Crescent City has such good side characters.
yeah, they do.
And especially this last book, they all got
You
to
don't
like
see him
shine.
coming. You don't see him coming the way
Yeah.
they do. Okay. Oh, next one. I don't know if you guys have read this one.
No,
A
we're out
Fate
on
Inked in
this.
Blood. You guys haven't read it?
No.
Oh, I really liked it. Like, it was a really good read. It's not super long, so it didn't feel like
Series?
duology, I think. And the next one comes out next year.
I like those.
So it's like Norse mythology based, which was different for me. In fantasy, usually it's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
a little bit different. So it's like Vikings.
Cool.
And there is magic in it. So you learn like all these sort of rituals and things of Viking mythology and magic. And the female main character is she's just like badass, you know, like
yeah.
at the beginning of it, she doesn't want to get married to whoever she needs to get married to.
Mhm.
She's harboring a secret of like magic that gets her exiled. And
Right.
it's just a good story. And there's romance in it too.
Naturally.
And the main guy is pretty hot as well.
Of
It's just an easy
sold.
read. It's fun. You like the characters.
Right.
It's easy to read. I don't know. I loved it.
Normalize duologies.
Right.
Yeah.
Normalize duologies. I don't need to be reading epics.
I think this one's just a duology. I think.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not, you heard it here first. Normalize duology.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I know you're going to have some things to say about this. Powerless. She's speechless.
my boyfriend, Kai Azer. No one's doing it like him.
No, and that's
no
so
one is doing it like
true.
him.
And as a book,
It sucks.
it sucks. Like, these are terrible books, respectfully. Like,
yeah.
they're not good. They don't have a lot of plot.
Yeah.
They do kind of feel like a hodgepodge of all fantasy books mushed
Yeah.
into one.
Especially if you've read the Red Queen series, it definitely feels like those books. But
yeah, and the Hunger Games and like
yeah.
so they're not like good books. It's not excellent
original.
writing.
Yeah.
But Kai,
Kai.
I would read 500 books of Kai, I think.
I
to
would
be
too.
so honest.
No, right. Anything to keep that man in my life daily. Like, he's perfect.
He is
I just
too
want-
good.
I just want books full of his like internal monologue
Right.
about Peyton,
Yeah.
but replace Peyton with my name. Maybe
Hannah.
I just want like Kai's POV, but it's all YN.
Yeah.
You want a fan fiction?
A fanfic, yeah.
And that
Yeah.
checks.
Yeah.
But it's fun to read. The easiest of reads.
Oh, so
Very
easy.
predictable. And I actually said at one point, all the audios, if you like look at this book on Book Talk, there's a lot of good audios because the audiobook narrator, his voice is
Perfect.
actually perfect for the character as well.
Wow.
I actually
Like,
want him to read everything.
100%. It is too good. You have to listen to clips of it.
Yeah.
But like the audios on Book Talk are better than the book itself.
Right.
However, you will have a fun time. You know what I mean? Like,
Vibes are up.
and that's all I ask.
And at the end of the day, like if you're a trope person, like if you just like fun tropes,
yeah.
it's your book. Like
Perfect book.
it's such an easy read. It's got all your favorite tropes in it. It's got the one bed. It's got the if you're into
Forced
like
proximity
and like the underground fighting thing, like
Yeah.
enemies to lovers, to friends to lovers, to secrets to whatever.
So many
it's
things.
there. They've got it. They've got you covered.
Yeah.
Love.
So I would say yes.
I'm saying yes too. I love them.
Okay, Crimson Moth, Heartless Hunter, same book. It's just different titles in the UK and the US. We read this one for book club.
We did.
I'm out.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that you didn't like it. That makes me so mad, actually.
I enjoyed
It
it.
was boring.
You're so wrong.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
I liked
I thought it was a good read. I would put it in the I haven't read Powerless, but I would put it in the same category where it's like not the best book you'll ever read, but like you'll have a good time.
I think I would be offended putting it in the same category as Powerless
Because it's so much worse.
because it's so much better. Like,
Oh,
plot-wise.
this one's better.
Yeah.
Crimson Moth is better.
Plot-wise,
wow.
writing-wise.
Joking.
What? Powerless was literally nothing. Like, literally nothing happens in that book.
You're telling me something happens in Crimson Moth?
So many things
Nothing
happen.
happens in Crimson Moth.
Yes, it does.
No, literally it doesn't. Oh my.
You're
Is this our first
crazy.
fight?
Did you read this book?
I did. And I hated every second of it. Like, are you
No.
joking? You're telling me that this girl,
Wait,
Crimson
but don't
Moth.
give like spoilers, I guess,
Oh.
if you can.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
guess it doesn't
yeah.
matter. Spoilers for Crimson Moth.
right?
Right. Who cares?
You're telling me this girl who is supposed to be like, what is it? She's a witch,
She's a
right?
witch, yeah.
Yeah, she's a witch, and she's supposed to be like uber good and like doing all these things. We get one scene of her supposedly like saving people.
Because to be a witch, you are killed, so she can't be a practicing witch.
Right, but we are not given any reason to believe she's any good or like she's doing any good this whole time. Like we don't see her really like utilize this power. Like
She's literally
nothing.
saving witches the entire book.
she does it once.
Because it's in the span of like 2 days.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If this book was gonna be good, I needed to be bought in. It's the same reason why I don't think Favor's a good
That's
artist.
so
like,
crazy.
What?
I was so bought in. I liked her.
Oh my god, I'm opinionated.
What was her name?
I don't remember.
Crimson Moth.
No.
Yeah, but I forgot her name.
I forgot her name too.
Forgettable.
Yeah, she is a witch. People hunt down and kill witches because they're afraid of them.
Her love interest was good.
because she's
liked
torn
him.
between the
Oh, yeah.
brothers. There was a love triangle.
Yeah. I like that.
I do
plot.
like a trope where like
and that was
the
true
guard,
enemies to lovers.
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
Like an actual, and that's refreshing because usually it's not enemies.
Right.
Yeah.
Like rivals. Anyway,
It was a good time. I think
liked
also
it.
easy read.
easy read for sure. And that one is a
Very
duology as well, I
For sure.
think, with the
Yeah.
next one coming out next year. I liked it. I remember for book club, we had the little vials of period blood.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So in the book, you have to use blood for magic. And it used to be that witches would like cut themselves for the blood. And it was like a badge of honor, their scars.
Mhm.
But then that's what they used to identify witches. So she doesn't cut herself. She like saves her period blood to be able to do any sort of magic.
Mhm.
So we had little
Right.
vials of like red wine.
Yeah.
yeah, that
For
was
book club.
crazy.
Yeah.
That
We
was
also had
crazy.
butterflies on the ceiling, which was cute.
Yeah,
Or
the little
moths.
Yeah, that was a
Crimson
cutie
moths.
one.
And we
Yeah.
had that opera cake that I made. I'm really proud of that opera cake
Oh,
till the day
yeah.
I die.
Yeah.
You killed it.
It
They
was
made
delicious.
it on a couple weeks ago on British Bake Off. They made it for the technical and I was like, I did that.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Oh, I don't know that we can do this one because Emily's not here. Have you guys read Quicksilver?
No.
Emily's
Should we
the
call
only
her?
one. Yeah, let's call her. I know she has
We're
some
gonna phone a
opinions.
friend.
Because this one I haven't read, and solely because the cover of it is insanely bad. And also, the main
Really?
character's name is Kingfisher,
Oh,
and he's supposed to be
gross.
hot.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be
not.
tough for me.
Hey, girl. Say hey to the pod.
Oh my gosh, hi. I hope you guys are having a terrible time.
We are. Don't worry.
You
Yeah.
sound
Okay,
sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going through popular book talk book, and
Okay.
Quicksilver is on the list, and we've literally never read it. And I know you have a about it. Is this a yes, no, maybe? What are your thoughts on?
Oh, it's a big yes for me.
Tell us more.
Oh, do you want to know what it's about?
No, we want to know
Give
how
a
you felt
pitch.
about
Like
it.
why you like it. Yeah, the elevator pitch.
What are your passions about it?
Oh, okay. It has everything I think that you want in a fantasy book. There's fae, there's vampires, there's witches.
Vampires? I did not know there
There's
was vampires in this book.
Unique. Yeah, there's unique. It's a unique magic system. A sprinkle of spice. A hot main character.
But
It's
Emily, his name is Kingfisher. Is that correct?
Unfortunately, that is correct.
Oh, Your Honor, I am out.
That is
Your
so
Honor, I am
difficult
out on
for
that.
me. That is so difficult.
Wait, hold on. I have a easily accessible quote that maybe will convince you otherwise.
Oh yeah, tell us.
Does it help to know that his nickname is Fisher?
No.
Not at all.
Okay, great. I'll take out the explicitness at the beginning of the quote.
Okay.
It says, I'm about to introduce you to all 7 gods. When you meet them, don't forget to tell them I'm the one you worship on your knees.
Actually,
Oh my god.
I feel scandalized.
Scandalocious.
Scandalocious.
I'm gonna need to pause and go
Oh.
read that book
Oh
immediately.
my God. That's crazy. Thank you so much for this input,
Wow.
Emily.
Welcome.
Oh, I should have kept her on for this next one. I don't think you guys have read it. When the Moon Hatched.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nope.
Oh, it's a big yes for me. It is a very large, thick book.
Like Crescent City.
I don't know if it's the same page count, but it feels the same.
Okay.
Like you are dedicated to it. However, the FMC and MMC, they're both, I love them both. It's also a fantasy book, but it is a unique magic system. There are dragons in it, or there used to be
Dragons.
Dragons and fairies and it's all very unique. And the story, the pacing, like, is fun too because big things will happen and you're like, oh, I still have like a huge chunk of the story left. Overall, I really liked it. However, it is like a little difficult to get into because you have to world build so much and understand so much context of what's going on. But then she sprinkles it throughout and you have like those aha moments. And actually the main character, she's like lost a lot of her memory and she starts getting memories back as it goes.
I love a
and
lost
you
memory
learn
trope.
it with her.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's just
cool.
it's very good. And there's not a ton of spice, but a little bit. And the spice is really good and relevant to the story and the character growth and all that sort of stuff. I loved it. 5-star read for me this
Cool.
year, actually.
Wow.
Okay.